Noswaith. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Croiso, welcome to the channel. Firmin Ben Adui, I'm Firmin Ben, and let me please begin by saying, if you enjoy this video, or even if you don't, why not consider liking and subscribing and doing all the other things YouTubers say. Don't feel the need to smash that like button. You can just press it. Never understand the smash that like button thing some YouTubers say. You literally, like, your phone is not like sensitive to pressure touch thing. Yeah, it's just nonsense. Anyway, never mind. I'm getting completely off topic. So here we are on Dragonfall and Puzzles again. Day 3, I think it is, since the actual beta release proper. It must be day 4 actually, because it's 4th of April. And I'm looking at the sort of, advice, tips, hints and such of developing your base as a free player. And obviously I am, of course, a free player. I try not to spend money on games. There are numerous reasons for me for doing this. Stinginess is a factor. Stinginess is perhaps a UK term. I don't know, but it basically means I don't want to spend money. But also, it's that's just how I am. So never mind. Anyway. I'm going to tell you off the topic. So as I sort of previously mentioned, you only want to upgrade buildings which are going to be useful. So as my food capacity is full, first thing I would do is collect my feeder heroes that are going to be fed. So there's no point in them sitting around being just get rid of them as soon as possible. I don't want feeder heroes hanging around. Okay, so let's get rid of this. 2 of them are going to as Lindy, or 3 of them. I think that was possible. 3 of them have gone into as Lindy. I will now look at Verena. Verena can have some food. Verena can have the purples. There we are. Verena's got the purples. Yay. There we are. So basically, I mean, the main thing is that I'm just continually trying to level people up if I have food available to do it. Like I've said numerous times, don't level up 1 and 2 stars. You're just going to eat them, and the return is not worth it. A leveled up, you basically, you're throwing food and effort and energy away. Focus on the heroes that are actually not going to be consumed in the fullness of time. And what's his name? Ragron Silver, right? Ragron Silver. He may not be the greatest hero. He's kind of an Ulmer for any of you who's played Empires and Puzzles. But I'm quite happy to keep at least one of him. I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness, Ragron Silvereye, what a waste I may as well eat him. I'll keep him. Once he's leveled up, I will keep him. He will stay in my team because he will come in handy for events and tournaments and so on and so forth. So he's worth having, and that's worth noting. Now, obviously, my stronghold is now approaching stronghold level 9. I believe it might be level 8. Sorry. So that's good. I don't currently, by the look of things, have the food. Yeah, I don't have the food to upgrade my dragon tower. I've got various things lying around to collect. You can see that I see right here that actually I think it's probably stronghold 8 because I don't. Yeah, stronghold 8. I'll immediately reoccupy that area of my base. So yeah, I can look at it and I can go, right, okay, this farm, let's make sure I have food, because there's plenty of food is going to be necessary. That's always good. I can check on my alliance. My alliance is doing reasonably well, I believe. So if I click on, Titan damage B, not amazing, but to top the leaderboard of the alliance. Boom! Home of Heroes, second. We're still second, which kind of makes sense. Although, in fairness, there are, how many alliances are we up to? 31. That's 3 more than there were yesterday. 28 it was yesterday. So, it's early days. So to say, I'm in the top 10 alliance when there's only 31 alliance is not an amazing achievement. various things. Quests doesn't unlock at the moment. Dragons flying around. World energy is cheap and is being used. I've been using some of it on farming. White Snake Forest. Much of it is pushing towards getting towards level 10. Actually, I think it's at level 11 before it unlocks the quest stages of the game. And quests include things like finding gems, which is one of the most useful and easy and valuable ways of just making sure you always have a constant supply of gems. Gems obviously are key game material. Your premium, your premium resources are the ones you want and will always want, etc., etc. My team power is growing considerably, so that I don't need to worry too much about this. I mean, I'm doing this. I'm not sure Auto would manage this, but I'm still, trying to make sure that the levels is being hit with as much power as possible. I am using a range of a range of the most basic tactics to ensure that things are going on. Now, although obviously I don't have a red hero, I'll still hit the red gem and so on and so forth. Just basically just producing power that will allow me to destroy the mobs, and woo, boom. So with me in charge, it was a relatively easy win to get through the level. Thank you. Yeah. So now I've got full. So as a result, and at this point now, normally I'm one of these players who's kind of inclined to ignore the message like, oh, your recruits are full. The recruits are up here in the top right hand corner. You can see I've just clicked on it now. 46 recruits available. So normally I'd be like, what a nuisance being told your recruits are full. But actually at this stage in the game, this is when you really need to be making every moment count. So I'm going to chuck these recruits into this training camp. They're up, boom. They're all sorted. I do like, and I will say, as I sort of may have mentioned previously. No, I don't think I have. But it's great that you can just instead of having to hit recruit 9 times, you can just hit go recruit. I want 9 of them, and you just don't have to think about it anymore. And that's really good. Although I do find it weird and slightly depressing that in this game you can still only train heroes, 10 heroes at a time, which just seems so unnecessary when you can, it just seems so unnecessary. When you can summon in 10s and whatever else, and you can recruit in more than one. Why do we still only have leveling up in groups of 10? Yeah, well, that's my opinion. So here's my team. Verena, who is the free 4-star for players who are joining the game now. Islindi's coming on nicely. Belgroth, well, he's kind of holding on because although Belgroth is great, I decided to focus on Ragron Silvereye, who is looking very good. Azura is doomed. Azura has no future with me. No future at all. I'm basically looking to replace Azura as soon as possible, and I'm just waiting for a green 3-star to do that. Now, I have promised my children, my son has been a massive bonus on this game, insofar as he's done a lot of the farming and such for me. So thank you to my son, Sam. Thank you. He has done a really good job and just been keeping the game going and ticking over and whatever else. And he has asked if he can be involved in the next video, or I say the next video, in the video where I will do a 10 pull. And I will do a 10 pull. That sounds like temple, doesn't it? That's exactly what somebody else said to me. A pull of 10, a 10 pull. I will do that at some point in the none too distant future. However, obviously I haven't quite got the gems to do it at the moment, and I'm still kind of torn between doing an elemental summon, an elemental temple for 2,600, or the alternative. Oh, hang on. Oh, the game's gone awry here. Sorry, beg your pardon. Or just a random epic hero summon for 10 pull. I don't know. It's kind of going to depend on where I am, because I will doubtless need certain heroes. Oh, obviously I need a green 3-star and a red 3-star at the very least. So everything will be based around that. As I thought previously mentioned, though, at the moment, like, getting heroes to ascend is not my priority entirely. I'm ascending my 3-stars, and that's great. I don't need necessarily a ton of 4 and 5-stars who I cannot ascend because I simply lack resources. So, yeah, it's a tricky balancing act. But there we are. Anyway, so, like I said, hopefully there was something useful in that for people about focusing on in the early stages of the game. And the focus really has to be developing your base and making sure. Now, as I sort of previously mentioned, I've gone with the 2 builders. I've gone with the VIP pass, which is about, as a free player, it's the only time I will do this, and I haven't paid for it because it was under Google Play credit. You can call me a sellout if you want. I basically don't spend my own money. That's my golden rule on these on this kind of game. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. Do please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you have things you would like to share or questions you'd like to ask, please do let me know, and I will do my best to answer them as well as I can. Anyway, it just remains for me to say thank you very much for watching. Please, as I sort of have said about 5 times in this video, and I feel like a proper YouTube sellout saying it, like and subscribe. And it just remains for me to say thank you for watching. Goodbye, Hoilvar, and may death come swiftly to your enemies.